Shalom, shalom, shalom. Yeah, we moment to check this stream. Okay, let's see one moment. Trying to see if the stream is up. Just give me a moment. All right, should be good. Trying to see if the stream is up. Just give me a moment. All right, should be good. All right, so I'm just gonna pause that there. Of course, birthday Hawa, birthday Shai, birthday Hawa, birthday Shai, birthday Hawa, birthday Shai. Kaloi Mahwa, Alhaino, Yahweh, Shemal Shai, Bashar Kakudash. All praises and glory to our power, Yahweh, Shemal Shai, Bashar Kakudash. Birthday Yahweh, bless you, Yahweh. Birthday Yahweh Shai, bless you, Yahweh Shai. This is praises to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai. Bashar Kakudash, in the name of Spirit Holy. Alright, of course, giving double honors to Ever, Zaquanium, Shaliakim, Shaliasha'ala, which is the elders, apostles of Great Millstone, Gabalo Khan. Alright, of course, who rule well. And of course, peace and salutation. Labakayarium, Shaliasha'ala, to the election of the nation of Israel. Alright, Shemar Maka, these are Maka, Mayan Gabalo Khan, Makanah from the Great Millstone Camp, Pacifically Plaintables by a yard in the city of Philadelphia, Abala, Mani Ma'ite. Cover lesson, little R.A. We lesson. And yeah, this we lesson is just something in the spirit, and which I put the title being "Be mindful, no, to fall for the woe is me spirit over women," and of course, being that in these times, of course, there's a lot of loads of spirits that are going out that are attacking Akim, of course, you know, and bringing trouble and distress upon us. But we have to be very, very mindful and to rebuke these different spirits because that type of spirit, especially over a woman, could basically drive you into great heaviness. And yeah, as the scriptures say, many men basically have worn out their wits for women, okay, and become as servants for their sake. And you don't want to be a a servant to the whole spirit of a depression over a woman and such. I do know, of course, that it's an infirmity in which can bring trouble to you, but you have to move forward. Okay, and we're just gonna get into some of the different precepts real quick. And how I just make this a very very quick and to the point lesson in the spirit. Okay, so this is going to be the book of actually Ayawab or Job. One of my favorite books, one of my favorite prophets is Job. All right, Yahweh everything is good with the stream, with the sound and everything. Let me see something. Yeah, make sure who's on, but we'll just keep it on through the spirit. Okay. This is yeah, that's a good precept right there. All right, Yahweh Shem what's that? Yasha Allah 144 South Carolina Bah Shalom Yahweh Shem Shab Rakathum to the Akim Akwath right there. They're sincere. All right, so and let's just go quickly to the book of Job. Ayawab, which Ayawab means hated or persecuted, and Job was hated and persecuted. All right, being going through the shower, the hell, the lower state in which he was put into, and in which Job was faithful. You know, and no matter all that he had to endure, all the loss he had to endure, which you brothers are going to have to endure much loss, and specifically, especially loss of these women, that you got. You gotta just keep pressing forward towards the mark there because, hey, the time of Yaquad Tazarah, which we're fastly, quickly approaching, and there's going to be loads of women that's going to be, come, and, hey, many are going to go as well. Okay, the scriptures talk about how 7 women are going to take hold of one man, saying they will eat their own bread and uh, wear their own apparel, only to be called by thy name or being called by your name. All right, being you, being a elect prophet or a man of the Lord. Okay, of the election. All right, of the 1/3. You want to be one of those men that's out there that have that power. That of course these women can be able to see the stability, wisdom in which you possess, and which you want to of course link up with, because during of course the darkness of the Jacob trouble, the day of the Lord is darkness, no light. There's going to be loads of ignorance out here, and of course you want to be the one that is, pretty much illuminated in the knowledge of Yahweh Shem Shai. All right, so this is the book of Job, chapter and you gotta find it. Okay, so this is Job, and I'm gonna start at verse. Just to even to precept some of what I even said. All right, so this is Job chapter 1. I'll start at verse 7. It says, "And Yahweh said unto Shaitan," which is that's a Shaitan, or Satan is a evil left hand angel, the highest left hand angel on the side of the left. All right, of course, a servant of Yahweh Shem Shai. And he's actually, as when you go into, he's a son of God, right? Son of God, when they were to present themselves to the Lord, and Satan would come among them. All right, and just going on. All right, so it says, Yahweh said unto Shaitan, "Whence comest thou?" Then Shaitan answered the Lord, and said, "From gain, tay and fair, to and fro in the earth, and walking up and down in it." Okay, so Satan is amongst us. All right, going of course, and between of course the spirit world, and here, and of course, things of course are sanctioned by Yahweh, what Yahweh Shai played over here, down here, require particular laws. Okay, so it goes on. It says, and Yahweh said unto Shaitan, "Hast thou considered my servant Job, Ayawab, right, that there is none like him on earth, a perfect and upright man, one that feared the power and eschewed evil." Okay, he had of course faith. Okay, faith. Okay, then Shaitan Slaki answered Yahweh and said, "Doth Job fear the power for naught? Hast thou not made a hedge about him, and about his house, and about all he hath on every side? Thou hast blessed the work of his hands, and his substance is increased in the land." I'm going to even show you the blessings that come with being a servant of Yahweh Shem Shai. Okay, going on, it says, "But put forth thine hand now, and touch all that he hath, and he will curse thee to thy face. And Yahweh said unto Shaitan, behold, all that he hath is in thy power, only upon himself put not forth thine hand. Don't kill him, right? So Shaitan went forth from the presence of Yahweh. Okay, so hey, where do you think Shaitan went? Shaitan went on the prowl and went to curse and cause trouble, basically Job. All right. And there was a day when his sons and daughters were both eating and drinking wine or yayin in their eldest brother's house. And there came a messenger unto Yahweh, Job, and said, the oxen were plowing and the asses were feeding beside them, and the Sabians fell upon them and took them away. Yet they slain the servant with the edge of the sword, and I am escaped alone to tell thee. While he was yet speaking, there came also another and said, the fire of the Perry is fallen from Shemayim or heaven, and hath burnt up thy sheep socket, and the servants, and consumed them. And I only am escaped alone to tell thee. All right. It goes on. It says, while he was yet speaking, there came also another and said, the Chaldeans made out 3 bands and fell upon the camels and carried them away. Yeah, the slain servant with this, and slain the servants at the edge of the sword, and I am only escaped. I alone was I only am escaped to tell thee. While he was yet speaking, there came also another and said, thy sons and thy daughters were eating and drinking wine in their eldest brother's house. Slaki, I reread that. And it says, and I beheld a great wind from the wilderness. And behold, there came a great wind from the wilderness and smote the 4 corners of the house, and fell upon the young men, and they are dead. I am only escaped alone to tell thee. All right, so that's catching hell right there. Substance is being lost. All right, house getting hat, man, like, camels and sheep. I mean, hey, this is hell right here. It says, then Yahweh arose and rent his mantle. So, you gotta understand that it's gonna be hell upon hell that that you're going to encounter. Okay, Shaitan, he didn't just do one thing. There's multiple things that befell Job. All right, and it says, and Yahweh arose and rent his mantle and shaved his heat and fell down on the ground and worshiped. In Shalom, of course. Go to watch on the comment board. Okay, he fell down on the ground and worshiped, right? He was up works in the morning, right? And said, naked came Mahmums or mothers or Amlim, and naked shall I return thither. And he says, Yahweh gave and Yahweh had taken away. Blessed be the name of Yahweh. You hear that? So it says, Yahweh giveth, give, and Yahweh taketh away, man. So that's another thing we have to come to understand is that the Lord both give and He takes away. He binds and he binds and He can basically lift you up. Okay. Yahweh Shem Shai doing all the things. The peace that you receive, that's of Yahweh Shem Shai. The turmoil that you receive is of Yahweh Shem Shai. All right. Using, of course, spiritual demon Satan, the dead. So that's very important. You have to come to terms that accepting that you're gonna have things that's given and taken away from you. That's the perfect balance. Okay. It says, in all this, Yahweh said not, nor charged the power foolishly. So he ain't come and be like, sinning with his mouth, Job was an integral man, man. It's very hard, to see all of these things that he had to lose. Okay, and it says, and again, there was a day when the sons of the Pegah came to present themselves before Yahweh, and Shaitan also came, also among them, Socket, also, Socket, let me read that again. Again, there was a day when the sons of the Lord, power, Yahweh Bashem Shai, came to present themselves before Yahweh, and Shaitan came also among them to present himself before Yahweh. All right. So this again, Shaitan, right? And Yahweh said to Shaitan, from whence comes down this Shaitan. Uh, and Shaitan answered, Yahweh said, from going to and fro, to and fro in the earth, and walking up and down it. Yahweh said to Shaitan, right? So this is again, let me see this. If I consider that's my servant Job, right? And it says, and there is none like him on the earth, perfect, upright man, one that feared the power and eschewed evil, and still holdeth fast his integrity. All right, that settledness within his mind and such, that right, clear mind. Okay, it says, although thou movest me against him to destroy him without cause. And Shaitan answered Yahweh and said, skin for sin, or skin for skin? Yeah, all that a man hath will he give for his life. But put forth thine hand now, and touch his bone and his flesh, and he will curse thee to thy face. And Yahweh said to Shaitan, behold, he is in thy hands, but save his life. So, hey man, hey, he did catch some wreck. Shaitan catch some wreck in Ayawab's life. Then, hey, Yahweh was like, yeah, we see what you done did. All right, hey, let's see what you could do again. All right, see what's up. But he has his actual servant, which is integral. All right. So went forth Shaitan from the presence of Yahweh and smote Ayawab with sore boils from the soles of his feet or his foot until his crown. So he had boils all over his body, right? And he took him a potsherd to scrape himself withal, and he sat down among the ashes. Right? It was of course in the morning. He said, then, all right, said his wife unto him, dost thou still retain thy integrity? All right, so she's seeing him catching hell, losing stuff. All right, she had to experience it and everything, right there with him, seeing him, go through all what he done go through, seeing the loss of cattle, camels, and substance. Right? She like then said his wife unto him, does thou still retain that? You still holding your integrity to the Lord, right? As it says, curse the power and die, or curse the Most High and die. All right, and that's Satan working, of course, through the mouth of this damn chick. All right, of this woman. All right, of your wife. Okay. Yeah, right. Shalom, of course. Yeah, Janaba. Yeah, our prophet Nabiyah. All right, Slakia, Shalom. Yeah, so it says, yeah, y'all let me know if the stream is fine with the audio and all that, the things and such. But it goes, it says, this is going to be Ayawab's response. It says, then said his wife unto him, dost thou still retain thine integrity, curse the power and die? But he said unto her, thou speakest as one of the foolish women speaketh. What shall we receive good at the hand of the power, and shall we not receive evil? And all this did not Job sin with his lips. So he even saying that, like, yo, You don't think we're gonna receive um, good or both the power of good and evil from the power of the Lord? Which I'm gonna get the precept real quick, just to let you know, because yeah, we do and will receive different, blessings. All right, still going to do different things, prosperity, and of course having lost things, and that's all come from Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. All right, you have to be able to understand, you know, hey, that's how Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai work. Like Bears Hammond, that's the way how the world goes, or how the world turns, or something like that. It's a good song. You should look that up. But yeah, this is it. Sirach chapter 11 and verse 14, and it reads. It says prosperity and adversity, life and death, poverty and riches come from Yahweh. Okay, so prosperity, you have that blessed state that you're in, you're like, yeah, man, I just got, like say for example, a bit kind of prosperous in myself in that new case, which I got another living situation and such. Hey, that came from Yahweh, all right? Adversity, the troubles in which I have to experience, that came from Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai. All right. It says life and death. So the Chaya, all right, which is life by Barith in Hebrew. All right, the Bariyat the bar, or Hebrew word Chaya for um, life is Chaya. Wa Mawath, wa death, in death. Okay, what is and Mawath is death. All right, poverty and riches. All right, come from Yahweh. All right, come from Yahweh Hashem Shai, the Lord. Okay, so don't be sitting there questioning like, oh, whoa, what happened? Hey, it came from Yahweh Hashem Shai. Even if He moves your time to do the pretty much the dirty work, to yeah, issue some evils on you, but obviously Yahweh Hashem Shai get the credit. Okay. Also, this is a good precept too. Um, it says, this is verse 12. Sirach 11 and 12. Again, there is another that is slow and hath need of help, wanting ability and full of poverty. Yet the eye of Yahweh, Hashem Yahshua, the Lord, looketh upon him for good and set him up from his low estate. All right? And we have to understand that the Lord, He set us up from the lower state. He set us up in the lower state and He set us up from it. Okay? It says, and lifted up His heat, or lifted up His head from misery, so that many that saw it marveled at Him. And when you go into, of course, and I go into the latter end of Job Ayawab's story of his hell that he caught. People marveled. They were marveled. They had to, of course, his friends and such. They had to, of course, basically go apologize and such. When you go into it, all right. You go to the book of Job, chapter. Right, chapter 42, and this is verse. Let's start at Rosh on the top, and it reads. It says, "Then Ayawab answered Yahweh and said, I know that thou canst do everything, and that no thought can be withholden from thee." All right, so we can't hide our thoughts and such. Okay, the Lord knows them all. He even gives us our thoughts. Who is he that hideth counsel without knowledge? Therefore have I uttered that I understood not things too wonderful for me, which I knew not. Here I beseech thee, I will speak, I will demand of thee, and declare unto me, I have heard of thee by the hearing of the ear, but now mine eye seeth thee. All right, and that's heavy, hearing of the Lord and seeing Yahweh Bashem Shai. All right, and we have to understand that at our end, we're gonna see Yahweh Shai. All right, you'll see Yahweh Shai come back. You'll see the glory. All right, the brightness, Yahweh Tzah. Okay. It's gonna be, amongst the hopefully elect, man. That's gonna be righteous. All right. It says, "Wherefore I bore myself, I shunned myself, and repent in dust and ashes of mourning." All right. And it was so that after Yahweh had spoken these words unto Ayawab, and Yahweh said to Eliphaz the Temanite, all right, my wrath is kindled against thee and against thy two friends, for ye have not spoken of me the thing that is right as my servant Job hath. So, hey, he was talking some things, and hey, he like, nah, he wasn't talking on that stuff that was obviously that wasn't right. All right, as Job was talking, Therefore, take unto you now 7 bullocks and 7 rams, and go to my servant Job, and offer for yourselves a burnt offering. And my servant Job shall pray for you, for him will I accept, least I deal with you after your falling. All right, so even like you got where, you got like, people, of course, that know us and such, they may see us catching hell. See, you fall in the Lord. Is that good? You know, they'd be sitting there thinking like, like in a perverted way, and that you going off by following and being taking upon the identity of being a Hebrew Israelite, that nationality, the language being Hebrew, nationality being Israel. All right, so far these Latinos, they Americans, you got Hebrew Israelites, and of course you have the scattered Hebrew Israelites that are across the various 4 winds that look like the heathen nations, the speckled bird, Israelite foreigners. All right, that this word, resonate within them. They can understand and such. You got, of course, many of the people that come up against us and such, right? Chat ments and such. See, man, you gonna be, you ain't, the Lord ain't dealing with you. Look, you catching hell. I can't even tell you my own, pretty much my own, you say Ayasha that I had, or on, I possessed her for a short time, right? Really didn't possess, right? Well, the chick literally said that since I'm following the apostles, the elder apostles in Great Millstone, I've been cursed. Hey, understand something like that? Like how your wife said, "Curse the Most High and die." Hey, that's basically damn near have the same thing going on over again. Who knows? Who I can be and who she can be. But pretty much that thing was in that statement was in the same spirit as Yoab's wife. You know, and then me just thinking in my mind, he is just like, obviously I'm not following false prophets, right? Because I believe a statement was because I'm following false prophets, meaning the apostles, the elder apostles at Great Millstone. All right, the Akim and such, the camp, everything, like, you know, and that's tough, to hear these things. But hey, we gotta, of course, be steadfast and understand, you know, the truth, and don't be moved by, statements such as that, because that could be something that can get under your skin, or under your mind, and mess up your whole mindset. If you're not grounded and such, you have you sitting there like, oh well, maybe this isn't the truth. What? This is the truth. This is the truth, man. Zah Hamath. this is the truth. All right, I did die. I know za math. It's the truth. All right, and it's something like I said that's within me that tells me this is the truth. That these are the men, these are the true prophets of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and that I'm going the right way. You know, the Ruach Kodash. All right, because I, of course, examine myself and I pray. The Lord, continues to set me on the right path. So that I can, basically walk right. You know, walk. So I can make it this reset. All right, this is the book of Isaiah 26 and 7. The way of the just is uprightness. All right, yeah, so the way of the just is uprightness. All right, we be justified by Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Yahweh Shai is clearing us of the charge. All right, thanks to his blood that Yahweh were sanctioned the death of the Mawath of Yahweh Shai to bring back the reconciliation of the nation of Israel back to him. All right, Yahweh. All right. The way of the just is uprightness. So obviously we know following the law, statute, commandments is uprightness. Okay. This is what's keeping us in a straight and even place. Okay. To be unmovable. All right. So I'm not gonna be ashamed about following what I'm following. If anything, like I said, we maybe look back and reflect like maybe we could have did things better. But hey, a righteous man falleth 7 times to get himself up. You know, we of course understand like our shortcomings and stuff. You understand, even the Lord set that us up to do different things and such. You may be in a relationship, you might mess it up, being lying in that house, and then the Lord have you, of course, hey, just go through whatever hell, because it is a hell to be with a woman, and it's also a blessing at the same time, because of the focus in which you can do. Like right now, I don't have to worry about hiding in here doing a lesson. Like the chick is in the other room or something like that. I can just sit there and do my lesson. Simple as that. I don't have to even know like sit there and be like, oh well, I gotta reserve this time because this girl, No, I just do me. All right. It says the way of the just is uprightness, Isaiah 26 and 7. It says, thou are you most upright, thus weigh the path of the just. That's beautiful, man. Thou, oh, most, it says, thou most upright doth weigh the path of the just, man. And weighing is obviously like Lord judging, judging, you know, judging, of course, your path and making sure you know, hey, regardless of anything, that you get where you need to be. All right. You got way in this case is palas. All right, which look up this word. Yeah, meaning to make level or balance exactly, and to weigh or weigh mentally, to roll flat. All right, so the Lord pretty much is rolling out that red carpet in hell, inshallah. All right, because we're on that straight gate with the fire on one side, the water on the side. You can drown, you can be burnt, scorched. But we continue to walk straight because Yahweh Shemashai is the who made the path clear, for us. Even with the troubles in the way, even with the issues, okay? Even when you have to go through having a woman, okay? As Paul says, better that a man not touch a woman, you know, just be focused. But as we do understand, like I said, you go back to even the Genesis, it says it's not good that man be alone, that the Lord made a helpmeet for us, a support being a woman. All right, and we have, of course, as Israelite men, it's lawful to have multiple women. Obviously, it's not expedient really right now to have multiple women as much to even deal with one right now. You know, let alone if you had to deal with multiples. But hey, we'll have all of this goodness. In the kingdom to come, but even before that, in Yaquab Charles but we got to be, of course, balanced in the spirit. It says, uh, now when I'm going to go back to Job, um, it says, that's amazing, like how he said, how Yahweh Shai said to this particular man, being one of Job's friends, Eliphaz the Temanite, how he said, basically, if he didn't give up a sacrifice and Job prayed for him, basically he gonna deal with you, man. Like that's amazing, man. And hey, our people gonna be willing in the day of our power. Hey, these women, like I say, that of the hopefully elect, they're gonna be greatly repentant. Very, very deeply sorrowful for the things in which they have done. They're gonna want to have their, of course, the reproach, their sins, their shame to be taken away by elect men. All right, so of course us, we got to hold on and hold fast until Yahweh Shemel Shai comes with this prophecy, right, which is sin to be fulfilled. Okay, so let me go on. It says, this is Job 42:9. It says, so Eliphaz the Temanite and Bildad the Shunite, a Shuhite and the Zophar and Namathite went and did according to the Lord commanded them. And Yahweh also accepted Ayawab, and Yahweh turned the captivity of Job. So it wasn't Satan, it was Yahweh, the Most High. All right, the Lord is the one, as we went into earlier, that controls and dips out your prosperity, adversity, life, and death. All right, going on, it says, uh, and when he prayed for his friends, also Yahweh gave Yahweh twice or double as much as he had before. So, hey, he caught hell and got more. Okay? So that's another thing about being in that woe is me spirit of a woman. You're going to get more. All right? He doubled what he got. The Lord says that we'll get 100-fold. Forsaken, look at this. You just got to hold on. Even that chick that you feel you lost, hey, she gonna be given back to you. That's your possession. If you for thy name. Let me see. 100. I'm not sure if y'all on the comment board, if y'all can find this precept, but let me see if y'all got it on the comment board. All right, let's see if it's up there. Nay, Yeah, I need to go. I don't see any brother or yeah, brother put up the precept, but I'm gonna Google the precept. Forsaken houses, forsaken houses. Let me see. It's like yeah. What I name seek. Oversee. Mark chapter 10 and 30. But let me see. So I can I'll get it, boy. I'm gonna have to get it up on Mark 10 and 30. All right, Mark 10. Actually, starting a bit above. Just waiting for it to come up. This is Mark 10 and 28. It says, Then Peter, which is the head of the church, began to say unto him, Lo, we have left all and have followed thee, followed you. Meaning he was talking to Yahushua. Said he left all, man. You know, it ain't, don't load y'all feel like y'all left all. You gonna feel like if you're in this body mind, this truth, you gonna feel like you left all things, man. Because you came out of this world and such, man. You know, your various pursuits, you pretty much done wavered and gave that up, you know, just to follow Yahweh Shem El Shai. You know, brothers got different abilities athletically and even mentally. And when this truth came in, this thing took over. You know, had us run. You know, read the book and started running, eating the whole roll and running. You know, spiritually going after Yahweh Shem El Shai, following these laws, such commandments to the best of ability, changing our whole, which it washed us and changed our whole, you know, characters and such, man. But and that's another reason why, yeah, we seem unidentifiable, to some of our women, you know, our women that we have. You know, they want that old man that you once formerly was. You know, hey, I like to say, you know, there's this chick named, I think her name is Annie. What's her name? I was gonna say Annie Maxwell, but the chick is has a band called Saint Vincent. I used to see perform, and she's bugged out. Obviously, a feminist. She's completely gone. I don't even like her anymore. And but she had this band called Saint Vincent, and this one song that says, "I'm just the same, but yet brand new." You know, and you know, it's like, you know, we're renewed. Yeah, you know, I'm Mothma, but I'm renewed. You know, being renewed, dying daily. Okay, and the Lord, He's renewing my spirit. You know, and cleaning me up, cleaning you up. Okay, just the same yet brand new. And that's why I wanted to pretty much communicate to the chick, but you know, the chick pretty much she don't understand. You know, and that, hey, that's on her to don't understand. Again, like it says, our people shall be willing to day thy power. Okay? But anyway, it says, this is verse 29, Mark 10 and 29. It says, Then Yahushua answered and said, Verily I say unto you, there is no man that hath left house, our brethren, our sisters, our father, our mother, our wife, right? Our children, our lands for my sake in the gospels, right? But he shall receive 100-fold. Now, in this time, houses and brethren, sisters, mothers and children and lands with persecutions, and in the world to come to eternal life. But many that are first shall be last, and the last shall be first. And right now, like I say, man, hey, Esau is first up, man. He's gonna be last up. All right. You know, he was the first to come up against us, and you know, hey, they hitting that first place seat. You know, being the chief. All right, chiefest. You know, got all the wealth and substance because the earth been given onto their hands. Well, hey, things are the rules are going to be, of course, reversed. The curse is going to be lifted. Instead of being the tail, we're going to be the heat, the head. All right. Many that are first shall be last, and the last shall be first. And we're last right now. You know, we're going to be first. Ahead. All right. You know, so hold on. Hold on. All right. All right. So, okay, what I'm going to go to now is the book of what's that? Is that Edris? Go to Edris real quick. Fourth chapter, I think. First Edris, the fourth chapter, if I'm not mistaken. Right, and it says here, um, uh, this is First Edris chapter 4, and this is verse. Mm, but yeah, we're just gonna go on. It says here that let's see where I'm gonna go on. All right, this is all right, this is verse 13. It says, then the third who had spoken of women and of the truth, this is Zerubbabel, began to speak. O ye men, it is not the great king, nor the multitude of men, neither is it wine that excelleth. Who is it that, or then that ruleth them, or hath lordship over them? Are they not women? All right, let's go into like what is the most mightiest, or of all. All right, it says, are they not women? It says, women have borne the king and all the people that bear rule by sea and land. Even of them came they, and they nourished them up that and planted the vineyard from whence the wine cometh. Also, these also make garments for men. Like you want to do all these things, right? Back in ancient times, right? The chicks don't even making shite these days. All right. some can, but hey, most of them, even if they had the ability, they like, man, whatever. It says anyway, these bring glory unto men, and without women cannot men be. Yet, and if men have gathered together gold and silver or any other goodly thing, do they not love a woman which is comely in favor and beauty? Right? And letting all those things go, do they not gape? And even with open mouth fix their eyes to fast on her? And have not all men more desire unto her than unto silver or gold or any goodly thing whatsoever? Right? And like I say, most men they only like say money is there, but really they want just a woman. Like dudes that have the money, but hey, the money is just really to attract a woman. You know, and that's how it be. Like if I got this bread, I can get this particular apartment or this particular house and this particular car. And you know for really a woman. You know what I mean? Who loveth what they say? Men loveth nothing better, roughly paraphrasing something like that. I have to get that precept. My brother want to bring it up if he can. Uh-huh. Second Edges, our first Edges 4:20 it says, "A man leaveth his own father that brought him up in his own country, and cleaveth unto his wife." Right? Many men have done this, man. I can even speak of myself. Was about to leave so-called my own country here, which you know Babylon, the Great America, to be over in over across the pond in Scotland and such, right? It cleave to a so-called wife, you know, or chick, But hey, Lord would draw me from that, and it didn't go down as I thought, which ultimately the truth is mightier over all. All right. It says, "He sticketh not to spend his life with his wife, and remembered neither father nor mother nor country." Right. It says, "By this also you must know that women have dominion over you. Do ye not labor and toil and give and bring all to women? Yet a man taketh his sword and goeth his way to rob and to steal, to sail upon the sea, upon the rivers, and looketh upon a lion, and goeth in darkness. And when he has stolen, spoiled, robbed, and he bringeth it to his love. Wherefore a man loveth his wife better than father or mother. Yeah, there be many that have run out their wits for women and became servants for their sakes. Many have perished and have erred in sin for women." Right? You don't want to be one that get destroyed over fucking women. Simple as that. I'm just gonna say it straight like that, man. You know what I mean? You want to keep moving forward, so get rid of that woe is me spirit. Okay? And now, do ye not believe me? Is the king great in his power? Do not all regions fear to touch him? Yet did I see him obtain the king concubines, the daughter of the admirable Barticus, sitting at the right hand of the king, and taking the crown from the king's heap, and setting up on her own heap. She also struck the king with her left hand, which is crazy. Yet for all this the king gaped and gazed upon her with an open mouth. If she laughed upon him, he laughed also. But if she took any displeasure at him, the king was fain to flatter, and she might be reconciled to him again, right? To be, yeah. Okay, it says, "O ye men, how can it be but women should be strong, seeing they do thus," right? Getting away with all type of things and such, right? Then the king and the princess looked upon one another, so he began to speak of the truth. "O ye men, are not women strong? Great is the earth, high as the heaven, swift as the sun in his course. For he compasseth the heavens round about, and fetches his course again to his own place in one day. Is he not great that maketh these things? Therefore, great is the truth, Yahweh Shai, alright, and stronger than all things. So the truth is stronger than all things, alright, all the things that's out here and such. Okay, you have to remember that as well. Alright, know to be so caught up in a chick and to be in that woe is me spirit. Okay? As it goes on, it says, it says, um, it says, all the earth calleth upon the truth, and the heavens blessed it. All works shake and tremble at it, and with it is no unrighteous thing. Lion is wicked, the king is wicked, women are wicked, all the children of men are wicked, and such are all their wicked works. And there is no truth in them, in their unrighteousness also they shall perish. As for the truth, it endureth, and is always strong, it liveth and conquereth forevermore. With her is no accepting of persons. Alright, this wisdom are as rewards, but she doeth the things that are just, and refraineth from all unjust and wicked things. So, hey, when you got this truth, Sophia, hey, don't marvel that, you know, basically the unjust don't want to be around you. But you admitting truth, all right, illuminating truth, okay? And it says, and all men do well like of her works, all right? Neither in her judgment is there unrighteousness, and she is the strength, kingdom, power, and majesty of all ages. So it said, blessed be the power of truth. So, hey, look at what we got. The kingdom is in this truth. So it's important that you hold on to thy first love. Keep this truth, because it's access to everything, paradise. All right. And with that, he held his peace, and all the great, and all the people then shouted and said, great is the truth. All right, Gadol or Godwalla Amath. All right, or Amath Godwalla. And mighty, all right, above all things. All right, then said the king unto him, ask what thou wilt more than is appointed in the writing. All right, and give it thee because thou art found wisest, and thou shalt sit next to me and shalt be called my cousin. All right, and that's basically it right there. Okay, so hey, we learned that the truth is greater than all. So why be in that war is me spirit? All right, especially understanding that the chick could just leave you at nowhere when you lose all your substance. All right, man. So you better hope you got a chick that you don't even have to worry. Even if you don't got a chick that's gonna hold stick by you, hey, the Lord gonna bless you regardless. All right. You got chicks that give all type of promises, and they haven't got integral word and such like that. You know. But anyway, it says this is Sirach chapter 2 and 4. It says whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully and be patient with thou art changed to a low estate. That's important. I understand that. Okay, you got to be patient. Go through your suffering. Because the Lord, He gonna reverse it. As Job went through it, you gonna have to go through it. All right, this is my last precept, I believe. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 11, and verse and 7. It says, "Truly, the light is sweet and pleasant, and a pleasant thing for the eyes to behold the sun." Yeah, see, I was shy. All right, which due to knowledge, okay, it's pleasant. All right, Yahweh Shai is known as the morning star. All right, the day star. Okay, it says, "But if a man live many years and rejoice in them all, yet, Slakia, let him remember the days of darkness, right? For they shall be many." So, hey, you don't understand, you're gonna have dark days. You know, some days that's gonna be rough. You know, we already in rough times and stuff like that, man. You know, dude, I had to, basically literally fight myself out of a situation. I didn't even knew I was gonna have to fight myself out of a situation, and the Lord did literally put me in that situation to get into another dwelling. Hey, the Lord chose the law. Okay, fighting to get my crown. Trying to fight against myself. Which my own self, the flesh that is, which is basically you can't trust the flesh. You know, um, warred against my spirit. So you got to be able to beat that. Walk in the spirit. So it says again, "But if a man live many years and rejoice in them all, yet let him remember the days of darkness, for they shall be many. All that cometh is vanity." All right, this shit is emptiness, man. Okay. It says, "Rejoice, O young man, in thy youth, and let thy heart cheer, thy mind cheer thee in the days of thy youth, and walk in the ways of thine heart, and in the sight of thine eyes. But know thou, or know you, that for all these things the power will bring thee into judgment." Right? The Lord is going to bring you into judgment. All right? So we got to be mindful, know to be in that war and be spirit. Lord be looking at you like, look at this dude. You seem like he worshiping the woman. It mess you up worse, you know. Sometimes I ponder, like, which I already know my fellow fidelity is to Yahweh Shemel Shai, but obviously going through the proven process. Hey, if a chick trying to say, well, you choose between the Lord Yahweh Hashem Al Shai and her, I'm choosing, of course, Yahweh Hashem Al Shai and know her. All right, nothing can come and separate me from Yahweh Hashem Al Shai. That's ultimately what we've done, as a faithful woman, and we chose the truth. We chose the true woman, Sophia. All right. So it says, now this is verse 10. "Therefore, remove sorrow from the heart." You gotta flee moral thoughts. You thinking like, of this life and such, like, you gotta have her right now and stuff, and she gotta continue, with you. The Lord can destroy her, so be it. And bring her back in her right mind, and that be the Lord's destiny for her, destiny for you to see. But you gotta be able to understand what Yahweh Shai. Okay, but remove sorrow from thy heart, and put away evil from thy flesh. All right, sometimes even the chick is damn near evil. She is evil, and you gotta separate from her. She freaking want to mess up the whole situation. You being in the truth and stuff. Hey, he said nothing will separate me from Yahweh Shemel Shai. Brothers gotta keep at it. Don't I ain't telling you to be over righteous. Yeah. Just because the chick want to worship Halloween, dress up, you cast her off. 'Cause you can do what you want to do, but like I said, the truth is, like I said, really the truth is for us men, man. We really are. Obviously, we are the Lord's flock, His pasture. You know, the kingdom. Of Yahweh Shemashah is with men, man. You women, like I said, you just added attachment to us and such. You're supposed to support us as gods, all right? Which we're gonna be gods completely, which we are gods, just in these the flesh, but you're gonna really see manifested, the power of what we're gonna be able to do with Yahweh Shai. But it says, therefore remove sorrow from thy heart and put away evil from thy flesh, where childhood and youth are vanity. And this even heavy too. Like just think about yourself, like when you was in the world and such. You know, as a kid, basically in your mental state, you basically not knowing nothing. You just make this truth make a man of you, and make you pretty much put away the childish things. And you sitting there thinking, oh, it's gonna be a lovey-dovey happy story and stuff like that, like these different soap operas and different movies that you see, that you're gonna get a girl and you're gonna live happily ever after, on this side right now and stuff. Like, hey, if you can have her and it be cool, it's all right. But you, as the scriptures say, you're gonna have trouble in the flesh, But it said for childhood and youth are vanity, man. So I don't even need to explain that, man. Get your mindset right. As it say, remember now that I created the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, where thou shalt have no pleasure in them. We got rough times that's coming, you know. We already scratching and surviving, but it's gonna be a really scratching and surviving in Jacob's trouble. So the most important thing is to set thy house in order, starting with yourself, and then of course you have that stability. For the rest, that's gonna be underneath you following. So hey, that's it. Call all you like your how about Shin Shai Shin Kadash, but the how about the Shai, but the how about the Shai, call all you Mahawal, how Shin Shai Shin Kadash. We double on to our apostles. Of course, elder apostles like Great Millstone. Well, preaches salutation to election. All right, the sincere Akim, the Akwath that are sincere as well. Shalom, and pray for you, pray for me, man. Pray for me to get back diligent, because I've been catching this hell and stuff so much that I haven't established the new spot and stuff, and I've been pretty much like as diligent as I normally am. I want to get out that, so I pray that Yahweh Shah put the Hakodash on me to have a clear mind to day these works, because I know that I'm supposed to be feeding the sheep. I know that for sure. For sure. So shalom. Let me see what y'all is in. Shalom, of course, shalom.